Okay, if you're a cat owner, you know that little knot that forms in your stomach when you see a full food bowl that hasn't been touched. You might think, oh, they're just being picky today. But what we're about to go over is one of the single most urgent health signals your cat can possibly give you. And honestly, this is a situation where you absolutely cannot afford to just wait and see.
And I'm not being dramatic here. For a cat, refusing to eat can turn deadly, and it can happen a lot faster than you think. We are not talking about a fussy eater. We're talking about a massive medical red flag.
So why all the urgency? What's the big deal? Well, it all boils down to the clock. Let's just call this the 24-hour warning, because that's pretty much how long you have before things can start to get really, really dangerous.
Now, if you've ever had a dog, you're probably thinking a missed meal or two is no biggie. And for a dog, you'd be right. But you have to understand, cats are just not dogs. Their biology is a whole different ballgame. For them, even 24 hours without food isn't just a hunger pang, it's the start of a potential medical crisis.
This is the number you need to burn into your brain. 24 to 48 hours. That's it. That's the window. After just a single day of not eating, a cat's body can kick off a really dangerous chain reaction that can quickly overwhelm its most vital organs.
The main enemy here is something called fatty liver disease. Basically, when your cat stops eating, its body hits the panic button. It starts rapidly breaking down its own fat reserves and sending it all to the liver to be turned into energy. But a cat's liver just isn't built for that kind of sudden flood. It gets completely swamped, and this can lead to catastrophic liver failure.
Okay, so we know what happens, but now we need to figure out why. This is where you have to become a bit of a detective and start looking for clues as to what's really going on.
And the reasons? They can be all over the map, which is why your observation is so important. It could be something environmental, like stress from a new person in the house. Maybe you just switched their food too suddenly. Or it could be something much more serious hiding under the surface, like really painful tooth problems, a nasty infection, kidney issues, or even a life-threatening blockage somewhere inside.
And that's why you have to look beyond the food bowl. Cats are absolute masters at hiding pain. It's a survival instinct that's hardwired into them. So you have to ask yourself, are they hiding more than usual? Are they sleeping in weird places or just sleeping all day? These little behavioral shifts aren't just quirks. A lot of the time, they are the only clues you're going to get that something is seriously wrong.
Finding the cause is a big deal, but what you do right now in this moment is what truly matters. So let's walk through your first response, the things you can and should do at home immediately.
Here are 4 super simple things to try. First, open a fresh can or pouch of wet food. The smell is way more powerful than dry kibble, and that aroma can be enough to trigger their appetite. Second, try gently warming that food up a tiny bit, just to about body temperature. It makes it smell even stronger to them. Third, and this is a basic but it's crucial, make sure they have plenty of clean, fresh water. Dehydration just makes everything worse. And finally, try to create a little sanctuary for them. Move them to a quiet room, away from other pets and household noise. Stress is a huge appetite killer.
Now listen up, because this is probably the most important warning in this entire explainer. No matter how worried you get, you must never, ever try to force feed your cat. You can accidentally cause serious injury, or they could breathe the food into their lungs, which causes a terrible type of pneumonia. This is something that should only be done if a veterinarian has explicitly told you to and has shown you exactly how to do it safely.
So you've tried a few things at home, but your cat is still turning up its nose at the food. What's the tipping point? When does this officially stop being a watch and wait situation and become a get on the phone with the vet right now emergency?
This right here is your non-negotiable checklist. If it has been more than 24 hours since your cat last ate a proper meal, you need to call the vet. End of story. And if not eating is paired with any of these other signs, if they seem weak or wobbly, if they're vomiting, if they're hiding way more than usual, don't hesitate. That's a clear signal you need professional help right away.
When it comes right down to it, this is the single most important thing to remember. With cats and their appetite, waiting is a gamble you just don't want to take. Getting in early, figuring out what's really going on, and starting treatment is the key to a good outcome.
So if you take just one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Do not wait. When a cat stops eating, time is never, ever on your side. So please, save this guide. Share it with other cat owners you know. Being prepared and acting fast isn't just good advice. It could genuinely save a life one day.